Welcome back, everybody. The Grand Tactician, Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 11 of our Rebel Summer 61 campaign using the a.o.m mod. So, didn't really get too much done last episode. We did have the battle at Springfield, Missouri, which was, I expected the one to happen in New Madrid first, but this one did happen first, and we saw a federal force down here. And that would have been the Army of the West or Department of West. I forget which one. It's one of these two. And the other one's following up right behind it. Fought off the Army of the West. Now we got to deal with the Department of the West. And they're coming down right behind. So, Army of Missouri is going to sit in position right now while that is going on. The rest of the offensive is moving apace. Indian Army is still making its way north towards Lawrence, hopefully to engage the Department of Kansas and keep them out of this area here. The traveling harem is received fresh orders to head towards St. Louis instead of Springfield in Illinois. The Army of the Mississippi, which I was going to have engage the Union Army of the Mississippi, is going to hold position at Cairo for right now while their readiness comes back up because they're almost in the orange. So moving them anymore to start an engagement is just out of the question. I do have the Army of Western Tennessee moving back around here towards Paducah, because there's now a federal flotilla here in the war. It's kind of blocking their movement. I can't tell if it's blocking their movement or not. It seems like it is. It seems like it's not. So I'm just going to move them around to Paducah and have them come back in from the north side. Maybe the Army of the Mississippi be ready to go before they arrive and I can get their first battle jitters out of the way, but we'll see. Holding steady everywhere else across the board except with the Army of Middle Tennessee, which is on its way towards Kingston, because there's still that federal force in the area around here that's got to be pushed away. And I didn't bring it up last episode, or the last two episodes, but some of the viewers have pointed it out. Hold on a second. Every time I think my phone's on silent, it's not. There is an Army of New England, of all things, over here at West Point. So, I don't view them as... I just really brought them up because I don't view them as a threat to me right now. So I do have the Army in Shenandoah here, the Army of Southeastern Virginia here, and they've been kind of sitting steady where they are without moving. So I really don't view them as a threat, which is why I have not engaged them. So I do not want to unmask Manassas, which I probably should at this point. 15,000, 10,000. Either way, I think we could flex in either direction. If they do make a move on Richmond, I can get down there quickly enough where it shouldn't be an issue. So I'm going to continue ignoring them for now unless they start moving. And we do have the Army of the Peninsula is still making its way up into Arkansas to go rest up at Fort Smith, resupply, and then they're going to push on towards Pawnee Rock and take down Fort Larned. Alright, and we do have to recruit... I'm starting to feel that the my Tennessee armies are not up to snuff with their strength. Western Tennessee is at 14,000. He's going up to 17,000. You're going up to 13. Department of Norfolk is fine because they're just traveling engineering at this time. They're 15,000. So I kind of feel like my forces are strong enough, but not quite strong enough at the same time. What I'm going to do now is I didn't set up a trade dock like I normally do with the Union forces just because we don't have a lot here. What I'm going to do is recruit another brigade into Department of Norfolk because I don't really care about their readiness levels. And we got 7,300 men available in Florida, which is very, very rare. So, we're going to create a unit out of Florida. And we're just going to make them look old. It's Florida, so we got to make them look janky. So, yellow tops, white bottoms. Kind of like... that looks Spanish. That looks Spanish. Maybe with the Zouave uniforms. Maybe that'll work. We'll see how that looks when they get on the field. But this is going to be the scariest thing I can think of in the past or even modern day. The Legion of Florida Men. Gotta be the scariest thought anybody can have. I know it's low-hanging fruit, but it's a self-inflicted wound, Florida. Alright, we gotta change your commander. You're not getting Kershaw. We have a crazy Floridian to run you guys. James Anderson, not exactly crazy, but he looks crazy with that facial hair, so I think that will do. So, you got the job, Anderson. Good luck. Alright, I do have a couple things to add to the historical record, and then we'll move on. We do have a combat dispatch here, or an after-action review from Colonel Barksdale of the White Lightning Brigade that somehow got lost in the sauce of messages. Colonel Barksdale reports the brigade walked all over the woods as ordered, and they even fired their muskets, so they can't be considered cowards. Total confirmed kills as follows: 3 deer, 36 squirrels, 1 lieutenant shot in the back because he confiscated some private's coffee ration, 9 chipmunks, 9 Union soldiers, total count of 58. Leave it to the White Lightning Brigade to give me an accurate accounting of what they've done. Ugh. From the diary, Corporal Zachary Williams, 1st Tennessee Volunteer Infantry, Wildcat Brigade. General Commanding orders up north into Ohio or Illinois. I'm not quite sure which one, once the road's thawed out. I did not at the time believe it was a wise move. Our men as ill-disciplined and unsuited to the task that they were. I had 3 men desert under my watch while on picket duty. Raised only by the revelation that the other rotation had not been particularly more favored. Colonel Manny has redesignated our regiments as the 1st, 5th, 7th, 8th, and 10th Tennessee Volunteers to give the brigade spirit. We had a large dust-up with the Federals outside Paducah. Our division was to sweep through the woods and wheel into them, but owing to the very disagreeable landscape and the woeful condition of many of the men, the White Lightning Brigade was far to the rear for most of the fighting. I may point with pride that our own brigade was the slightest bit quicker and surer, and was able to pour 2 volleys into the Federals at very close range. Let it never be said that these Northerners were not brave men, for they stood and died right well against the hellfire being poured into them by the other division to their front, and our own paltry enfilade. 34 men got lost in the woods, more slipped away in the night. 5 men were hit by enemy fire, including Corporal Haggins of my own company, shot through the groin in a manner most likely mortal. I pray the papers were right, and the Federals do not have the stomach for dying in the thousands for very long. Once again, as always, I do fully appreciate everybody who decides to submit unit stories, the diary entries, letters home, newspaper clippings. I do enjoy reading them. I hope you all enjoy listening to them as I present them. If you got a unit in the game and you'd like to add story to that unit, please submit it on the Discord under the Unit Stories tab, and I'll gladly add it into the historical record. And if you're new to the channel and you would like a unit in one of my armies, just please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, weapons, uniform, officers, and I'll oblige on all counts if possible. You don't always have the troops available that people would like, or the officers. But I'll do my best to give you what you're looking for. So right now, like I said, we do have 3 units on standby still, as we just do not have the troops from those states available as of yet. Alright. I think we do have everything covered for the start right now, so we'll get the clock moving and I'll be back with the next incident. Alright, we do have our next engagement here, and it is once again going to be at Springfield, as the Department of the West, once again led by Fremont. I don't know how he's still in command. Bringing 15,131 infantry, 3,209 cavalry, and 18 guns. Going up against McCullough and his 9,274 infantry, 4,426 cavalry, and 18 guns. We do have a 6,000 man advantage, so this might be an issue, and we are low on morale with 10 of my brigades, which is about half, which is majority of the army. It's 8,225 men. So the majority of my army is very low on morale. So this could be interesting. Welcome, my grunts. to the second battle of Springfield, Missouri. Alright, we are on the Wilson's Creek map, which is always interesting to fight on due to terrain. And we are entering from down south up here, and the Federals are entering from up north over here. And it is a meat engagement, so we are both looking to capture the Edwards cabin. So we do have the advantage of being on this side of Wilson's Creek, but we do not have the advantage in the road network, as they have more of a straight line shot to get to the objective. So I'm definitely leading the way with the Arkansas State Troop Cavalry Division, as they are mounted rifles, followed up by the Cavalry Division. The infantry and artillery will be coming up behind them. So it is a race to get up here and get positioned over here to block the Federals. I'm hoping to get there and block the ford before they arrive. May or may not happen. It's 9:15 in the morning, so we do have all day for this engagement. And it'll probably just be a one-day engagement if we're lucky. And hopefully I'm already starting out 1-2 broken brigades. This is not good. My army's just in a shambles right now. I need to kick these guys north of Springfield and get set up in Springfield to get their morale recovered. So, we'll get these troops on the move, and I'll come back in once we start engaging the Federals. Alright, looks like we have won the race somewhat. I got the 1st Arkansas Mounted Rifles under Churchill have arrived at the ford just ahead of some of the Federal cavalry coming across the Indian Home Guard, which we've fought before. My morale has gone up a little bit. We were actually started with 27 morale. We're now up to 35, and that should jump up a little more once we have the objective point secured. It would have been lovely to have gotten here with enough time to build some breastworks, but that was just not to be. You only got 213 men. I'm going to pull you back to here. You do not have the troops to be in this fight. This is the brigade that retreated through the Union forces during the last battle and lost its commander. Or no, they didn't lose their commander. Another brigade did, but these guys lost all their men retreating through the Federals. The Cavalry Division coming up behind them, and I did move the artillery one battery at a time. I think I may have screwed myself here, as they're going to be in the way of the infantry coming up the road. But I moved them one battery at a time ahead of the infantry because I need them there before anything else. They got to get up to the fight. What are you boys doing? Where's your division commanders not giving the orders? Come on. Here they come. And we got the charge icon stuck on again, damn it. I'm just going to issue halt orders to them, halt orders to them. Alright, objective is secured. Help with our morale just a little bit. Boys, swing up this way, please. Nice, gotta start getting this infantry moving. This one I just ordered you up to here. charge order. I'll get them up there. Need those Lorenzes firing. Looks like we're doing plenty of damage to them, though. They have quite a few cavalry regiments. They have almost as much cavalry mounted rifles as we do. There we go. There goes the Indian Home Guard. There's our nearest battery. Still all the way back here. There should be enough delay in the orders from the Corps commander I sent up the road already, where they should not interfere with the march of the infantry. It looks like they're sending everybody down here, so I don't have to worry about covering the other fords either. So that's beautiful. And it looks like my sound's glitching out. And dispatch riders riding in front of the firing line. Are you kidding me? Look at that pile of blue bellies. Ain't that a beautiful sight? Like we should fairly quickly break their morale. Possibly. Alright, Rains is getting his men on the move. Shots left, 23. Yeah, you got the whole carbines. They're going to move through that ammo fast. Once the Lorenzes are in position, I'm not going to be as worried about it. You guys have Maynards, revolving carbines, and Maynards. Morale is still low. It's more of a readiness issue with the morale than anything right now. We just don't have high readiness. There goes another brigade, 2nd Iowa. Or these are regiments and not brigades. And there's some infantry mixed in there. What's going on? They got this entire mass coming at us. This doesn't resemble a marching army. It's a friggin' unorganized horde. You guys are leveling up slightly, not as quickly as I'd like to see. Alright, 2nd Arsenal is getting their Lorenzes to the fire. And that Federal artillery moves a lot faster than us, and they're all massed up down at the river. Here comes our first battery arriving. I'm sure these guys are on counter battery fire. They got all that artillery massed up right there, so I want them on counter battery fire as soon as they get here. You guys get your marching order straightened out. Come on. This really has more to do with the experience of the division commanders than anything else. There we go. Now that this Lorenz mixed in, it should do a lot more firepower. I don't know why my sound's glitching. This is just a slaughter pen. Look at leveling up. Wow, look at that level climb. That must have been a really good volley. You guys are still working on your first perk. You guys are leveling up very quickly, too. And we already got knocked down to 37. -7 by the routes and -2 to the losses. We've only gone down -0.2 to our losses. That's good. Just gotta hope my units do not break. Battery's now firing away. Very good. So I do have 2 batteries of 14-pound James and 2 batteries of 10-pound Barretts in this force. I don't have any separate divisional level batteries in this force yet. This sound glitching out's really starting to annoy me. I want to hear these rifles firing, damn it. Wow, that level's climbing fast. Look at that. That bar is just jumping. I feel like I should move these guys just a little closer, but they're now running out of ammo. Let's halt that. You guys look like you're ready for some fighting. And these guys are already low on ammo. I think the sound might be glitching just because of a... Nah, these are all rifles, so... Oh, looks like the army's getting ready to break already. I wish I could train more mounted rifles. It's not something the game lets you train. They're actually added by the a.o.m mod. Oh, there they go. They're breaking already. We're not going to give chase. We're just going to keep shooting into this mass of troops right here. So I just don't have the numbers to lose anybody during a chase. Actually, you know what? You boys go take care of this. $52 losses, 16, 11. Not bad. Yeah, let's speed this along. I think the cavalry's all on top of itself. There you go. Give me these guns. And yeah, they're not going to survive that charge. Okay. Get up that. There we go. Hopefully Fremont takes the blame for this debacle and they don't try to blame it on somebody else. Holy crap. They could have broken us easily. All they had to do was set up and make it a good advance, and they could have easily broken my force because it was ready to go. So, this is just a strict... This wasn't a battle. This was just a massacre. So, we took down 3,100 of their 15,000 infantry, 700 or 3,100 cavalry. Got all 20 of their guns. Total loss of 3,800 of their 18,000 men. We lost no infantry. We lost 81 of our 4,421 cavalry. None of our guns. Total loss of 81 men. Okay, let me break out the calculator. I gotta look at the odds on that. Zero divided by 81. Jesus! That's 46.9. Call 47 to 1 on the casualties. Holy crap. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's... wow. Wow. That's all I could say. Fremont, you should not be in command of that force anymore. Alright, no viewer units in this force as of yet. Then we're just going to take a look at the officers. We didn't lose anybody. I want to see if we got any of theirs. Fourth Division's got nobody in it. I have no idea who this is. 7th U.S. Infantry Regiment. So they're actually still, except for this one division, it's still separate brigades. They actually didn't wound or kill any of their officers. I'm kind of surprised. Alright, we closed out of here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Glorious victory at the Second Battle of Springfield. Glorious it was, as that's actually our first major victory of the war. Battle of Springfield is ended with the Department of West retreating in panic. My command has earned us a total victory, the enemy army running for their lives. The army reportedly suffered total casualties of 3,819 men. There are 593 killed, 657 captured. Our casualties total 81 men, 15 killed, 10 missing, and the rest wounded. We captured 1,511 rifles and 4 guns from the field and sent 675 soldiers off to our vacation camps. And it looks like they managed to blame this event on a poor old battery commander. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Well, we know Fremont knows how to cover his ass, so there's that. Alright, that was a pretty short engagement, so I want to keep this episode rolling along for a bit. Alright, looks like the Federals have decided to make another push at Manassas Junction, using 3 of their armies. The Department of Maryland, Department of Washington, and the Army of Shenandoah, under the overall command of Charles Smith, and they're bringing 36,298 infantry, 4,763 cavalry, and 77 guns. Once again, going up against Beauregard with the Army of Potomac, with 29,326 infantry, 2,728 cavalry, and 125 guns. So I don't see this battle going any better for the Federals as it has in the past, but they do have 3 separate maneuver elements, something I do have to be cognizant of. One of them is 14 hours away. It's already 16:53, so the day's not going to last too long, so this will definitely be a 2-day battle. So let's go jump into this one. Welcome, my grunts, to the 7th Battle of Manassas. So once again, we're on the defensive as we should be, with the same defensive area this time along the Sudley Road here. The Federals are coming in from up north here at the one entry point just north of Centreville again. So I am expecting them to take basically 2 different routes to get to us. They're going to be using, I have a feeling one of the corps are going to be using this unfinished railroad, while the other 2 corps come down to Centreville and approach along the Warrenton Pike and along this road here. So I'm expecting several different entry points. So I do have on my far right Ruggles Division on this a little bit of high ground here overwatching this road, with Johnson's division just to their left. And I have Lee's cavalry here sitting in reserve for right now. I have the Demi Brigade sitting here at Island Ford, and they are there basically just to protect the Virginia Artillery Reserve Division, which is, I do have most of my guns massed up here because that's where I really expect the Federals to come in at. And north of them we do have the Hampton Legion overwatching Balls Ford and Lewis Ford, and overwatched by the Washington Artillery. And just above them we do have Mountains Division, which I'm going to push up over to here by Farm Ford and Stone Bridge onto this ridge line here just above the Stone Bridge to overwatch that. I don't expect the Federals to use Farm Ford at all. And I may end up kicking Lee's division up towards Sudley Springs, just as in case. As much as I want them here in reserve, I think I may have to kick them up this way. You know, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to send them up towards Sudley Church Spring area just to overwatch that crossing here, because Federals did come in from behind me there before. Actually, they can use Poplar Ford. There's a lot of land to cover. No, Mountains Division's enough for that, because I got a brigade overwatch Stonebridge, a brigade overwatch Poplar Ford, and a brigade overwatch Sudley Church. These are hard areas to cross, and his division should be fine until reinforcements arrive. And I think a major push will come down this way, though Ruggles' division should be more than enough to handle anything they send at it. Going to have a fairly good position here. And I think this will do. I think that will do. Alright, it's already 16:30. Like I said, we're probably not going to see any action today, too, so I'll be back when we have contact with the feds. Alright, it's now 8 a.m. We do have our first federal unit sighted. And it is 1st Division, Department of Maryland. And we also have the Irish Legion up here by Ball's Fort. I just noticed them. Too busy watching these other troops march down the road here. Looks like they've thought better about crossing here. And I see nothing to our north, which is a good sign. You guys got good coverage of that ford there. And we do have more troops coming down this way. It's a good thing I have these two divisions down here. Done building these works? No, you're nowhere near done, but you finally got your first perk. There we go. Very few brigades do not have a perk anymore in this force. Now, I need you boys to swing back around to this part of the works. Tigers, get right up on that breastwork. Hopefully the massed guns of the artillery reserve will do most of the work over here. We still have a lot of low-grade guns in the force, though. I do have to take care of that. We're slowly replacing all the guns in the armies. At the double time, gentlemen, they are right up the road. The Legion's pushing across by itself. Brave Irish lads. Some more forces there, and we got some dust trails over here. They're coming straight down at Stonebridge, where I do have the Louisiana Tigers present, backed up by a battery. Do we have any dust trails north? Can I bring Hood back? Alright, looks like I can call Hood back closer to the rest of the division instead of having him up here at Sudley. So come sit here at the crossroad. This way I can shift you in either direction. Who's coming up behind you? 6th U.S. Regiment. Okay, that's Department of Washington. You guys Department of Washington? Yes, you are. Alright, there's one unsighted corps then. Stay laying down. Give our artillery the best field of fire they can have. There's the junior reserves firing off at the Legion. I should have moved this works a little closer to the road. Alright, they've opened fire on the 8th Virginia. They're laying down in cover, so they should be fine for now. Hopefully these guys just keep pushing through and into their fire arc. And there goes the Irish Legion. So amazingly, we actually only took 15 casualties overnight in attrition. Federals didn't take too many either. Alright, looks like they're all stopping here just to fire at this brigade, so I'm going to pull them back. I don't want them in a long-range engagement from right there. Once the Federals start pushing across again, I'll move them back into the wood line to engage. Shouldn't have us outranged like that. We do have the same weapons. Alright, pushing forward again. Still do not have these Federals sighted. And how do we lose sight of all these troops in the open? I'm sorry. There's no way in hell they're all hiding out there. There's just too many of them lying down in the same location not to see them. That's a lot more troops invisible now. Still Department of Washington. We know they're coming down this road. Or are they turning? Looks like they're turning and heading down. Okay. They may still make a push at the bridge, so I'm not going to abandon it. I think I got rid of most of these guys. No, we still do have 6-pounders. Okay. That's it. Keep coming forward, boys. First Delaware. And they're going to sit and engage at range. You boys just want to sit there and get shot by the artillery? I will take that. That's a beautiful field of fire this artillery has from up here. Trying to sneak by us down on the river, huh? You know what, Texas, you keep coming down this way. falling on that ford. Hampton Legion. Come falling over here. Yeah, just sending everybody to that ford. Let's put these boys back on fire at will. These U.S. sharpshooters, maybe we'll get some good weapons out of them. Texans got those orders. They did. He's 14th U.S. Looks like we got a lot of the regulars in this force. And here's the Army Shenandoah also. So we do have all three corps spotted now. No point in letting them get shot without being firing back. I was hoping they'd march into the ford where you can fire from the laying down position. First Federal sighted here. You guys can stop working on those breastworks. First Maryland. There's only 80 men left in that regiment. I'm surprised they have not been disbanded. Then again, later in the war, you'll see regiments with like 45 men in them, at least on the rebel side. Good job, North Carolina. Looks like we're going to be breaking them right here. Alright, Holmes, start coming down this way. Tigers, advance across the bridge. I'm going to come up right behind them. And Texas, you cross at the ford here. Virginia, push up into those woods, get yourself some vengeance. This is where we break them, right here. Who's wounded? Captain Hamilton. We're taking fire back here? Apparently we are. From who? Probably this gun over here. Let's shut this door in their faces. Tigers, let's move with a little more alacrity, please. Oh, hello. '56 New York, running away from us, huh? A lot of troops coming down the road. New York Engineers, 8th Brigade Army Shenandoah. All their artillery's back here, too. They are marching into a charnel house. Holmes, where are you? Coming down the road. Good. Richmond Howitzers, I'm going to need you up here. We've gotten into their rear. Beautiful. Oh, did we get pulled into hand-to-hand? No. Damn it, we got pulled in the hand-to-hand. Alright, Texas, push after that battery. I forgot how you boys only have muskets. You know I gave you boys advance orders. Get in there. Doesn't matter if your shoulders are tired. You gotta keep fighting. Good job, Tigers. Shite. Oh, Holmes is almost there. I think this glitched out cavalry is sucking up a lot of our ammunition right now. There they go. Got here, 1st Brigade, 2nd Division, Department of Maryland. Now they're going to start withdrawing. They're going to start withdrawing here soon. We're just thankfully in a position to cause a lot of casualties right here. God damn it, get up here. Stop messing around back there, Hood. The hell you doing? There's retreat order. There they go. Hopefully you boys cause as many casualties as possible now. Oh, look at that pile of blue. That's a beautiful thing. A lot of casualties from my boys, though. Should have set my cavalry up for a pursuit, but oh well. Holmes, double time your men before you lose out on the action. And Hood, you've kind of annoyed me so far this fight. At least we're right over here, whatever the hell you were doing. Here we go. Casualties are not as good as the last fight. I mean, it is what it is. We lost 1,509 of our 29,318 infantry. We lost 0 of our 2,725 cavalry. We lost 3 of our 125 guns, counter battery fire. Total loss of 1,531 of our 33,745 men. Took down 5,000 of their 36,000 infantry, 800 or 4,700 cavalry. We got 30 or 75 guns. Total loss of 6,000 of their 42,000 men. Yeah, once again, no viewer units in this force, so we're just going to see if we got any of their commanders. So, we only lost to 1 wounded, I think. And that was out of the Virginia Reserve Artillery. Yeah, Captain Hamilton. He's the only one we lost wounded. Let's see here. Yeah, he was it. Alright, wounded Williams. And that's it from Army of Shenandoah. Department of Washington. Wounded Lieutenant Colonel Andrews. Wounded Captain Terrell. Wounded Scammon. And wounded Graham. These are all separate brigades. They don't have any divisions in the Department of Washington. So that's 5 officers so far. And Colonel Graham to Maryland Cavalry. Alright, we got 5 of their officers this time around. Not too bad. I'll get closed out of here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Victory at the 7th Battle, Manassas Junction. Department of Maryland, Army of Shenandoah, and Department of Washington all running for their lives. The Army reported suffered total casualties of 6,237 men. There were 954 killed and 1,307 captured. Our casualties totaled 1,531 men, with 321 killed, 211 missing, and the rest wounded. Captured 3,121 rifles. Nice. Definitely use that. And 10 guns from the battlefield. We sent 1,354 soldiers off to our vacation camps down on the Mexico border. Looks like they blamed the loss on a poor old colonel. Yeah, all these generals on the field, and they keep wanting to blame the captains and the majors and the colonels. It's, I'm getting sick of seeing that. Need to see one of these army commanders actually take the blame for one of these battles. Let's get that one rolled off. We got here 5 invasions. We're kicking them out. Looks like we've almost caught up to the Army of Occupation, which has been hanging out here in the mountains since the last battle at Kingston. And we were just having a hard time getting away from Cairo. Armies are not moving quickly at all. His readiness is slowly starting to come back up finally. I think as soon as he's halfway yellow, I'm going to start moving him against the Army of the Mississippi. Alright, I think we were going to end this episode right here. We got 2 nice battles in. 2 very nice battles. Now, the second one not as nice as the first one. That first one was damn near perfect, especially with the casualties caused on the Federals. Some tasty numbers in that first battle. Alright, so things are moving apace. A little more slowly in Illinois than I would like, but that one little Federal flotilla is just kind of blocking us from moving around easily over there. Once we're back out on the main roads, that will pick up the pace again. So, once again, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember that bell icon so the next video comes out. Follow along with the series and enjoying it. Don't forget to bayonet that like button and butt stroke that comment section. And I will see you all in the next episode. Stay grumpy.